first walkthrough. I'll start up in the front, finishing up, to get my counters made to where all that stuff is going to sit up. So I've got to build a small subsection of the counter to accommodate the stove. Raise it up on the same plane with the counters. Get some countertop made. There'll be an additional wall that's constructed here, just like that one. All right, this cavity, so if I can get it where you can see. That's the cavity for the refrigerator. Beside it is going to be a pull-out pantry that will be shelved like a bookcase with open sides that's on casters on the bottom and have drawer slides up on the top. So you grab it, you pull it out, it'll slide out into the hallway 30 inches to access whatever food and whatnot that you have stored inside of that. Because we're a family of 6, 4 kids, there's 4 bunks in our bus. Each bunk is built to a standard bunk size, 76 inches long, 30 inches wide. Top, bottom, each bunk, much like the Justin Rhodes bus, there will be a storage area between the bottom and the top of each that'll be piano hinged along the back edge. And there'll be a cavity 4 inches, well 3 5/8 by the 76 inch, and I purposefully placed the cross members so that each of the 4 kids will have 2 of these sections for clothes. And under the bottom bunk there'll be a same setup, but instead of it being closed off, there'll be an open bottom, so there'll be a cavity to store extra storage. Behind me here is the shower. Haven't completely made up my mind yet, but I believe that I'm going to be putting it on the same plane underneath the bottom and building around it with plywood and tiling over the top of that and leaving the front open for a shower curtain. By the way, all 4 of the bunks will have a tension wire across the top to accommodate for a curtain to be pulled. Alright, so separate from the shower area is the toilet area, which is this area. And it'll have access to the outside specifically through it, and there will be a door on the interior of this wall that facilitates opening from this point to the bunk. So when it opens, it'll be the same width as the hall to accommodate for some privacy for the back, because we decided to do a full-size king bed, or not a full-size. We decided to do a king-size bed in the back instead of the queen that we had originally planned. The reason for that being, it just was such a minimal amount of space that we were going to have left, and after everything was fabricated up and put into place, it just didn't make sense. So we decided to do it this way. We have we have a king-size bed in the back, and you'll step directly from the hall up into the bed. Again, much in the same way that the Justin Rhodes bus is done, if you guys are familiar with it. And there will be a closet here next to it. And inside this closet, I'm probably going to be putting one of those miniature spin wash machine where it's got 2 compartments, a wash side and a spin side. Anyway, that'll go here. And under the bed will be 2 of those plumbed together, so there'll be a total of 110 gallons of fresh water. I tried to save some money. Those 100-gallon RV tanks that you see on Amazon and eBay are pretty expensive. Those things aren't. I got both of them for about 25 bucks. Probably could have found them a little cheaper if I looked, but I wanted a food grade. I want to make sure that nothing was in them, and those had coffee in them originally. They were coffee creamer, maybe? Let's see. This had French vanilla flavor. There you go. But they'll be plumbed together, and that'll be my freshwater storage. So it's coming along. On either end of the bus, there will be a 1 ton, 110 air conditioning unit for a total of 2 tons of air conditioning. Not going to get into it, but there's a special paint that I've used on the ceiling that's not, it's got a ceramic bead inside of it that adds an insulation value, and I did that instead of pulling all my ceiling down. Because that's a lot of work and a lot of expense that I'm trying not to have to do. The other 110, 1 ton air conditioning unit will go across the header panel there. It's a mini split, by the way. There's an outside unit and an inside unit. And that's pretty much what we've got for now. There's some area around the outside of the bus that have, because this was originally a Thomas Saf-T-liner activity bus. So it came with some under compartment storage. See if I can get under there. It's been raining today. It's pretty wet. There's the gray and black tanks. 30 gallon black, 30 gallon gray. That will be the wall that my breaker box is mounted to. Please forgive my shoddy camera work. As I can say, it's been raining today and there's mud everywhere. This is the location for the gray and black tank, but they are not tied in yet. So just to get an idea what the underbelly storage is like. So yeah, that's my bus. That's the build out as it stands today, which is September the 27th, 2018. A lot of work to be done. A paint job to be done. It would clean up some if I actually cleaned it. The top's very dirty. The sides are very dirty. But it's going to be a great bus, I think. It's just a lot of work involved. So, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for the interest.